All right, welcome everybody out there. How you guys all doing today? Welcome one, welcome all. Of course, I rarely start with a little shill, so I'm definitely going to have to start with a little shill right here. Don't forget to come find us at Flux Trading Group. We are a great group of traders. We got a whole bunch of amazing traders, the Cryptomist, Jonas. We've got the one and only Darth, man. Just everybody's doing an amazing job. Really, really, really good job. Last few calls we've all had have all been pretty on target. So excited to say, if you are not a member, come on over and join us. You can also find the link to everything in my Twitter description. So we'd love to have you if you're not a part of the group ever. Thank you so much, Gio. Yes, I truly believe we are. All right, so listen, I'm bearish here. I'm bearish. I'm bearish right here. There's just a bunch of things that I don't like that I'm seeing right now. We just posted up a wicked hanging man candle on the weekly. There it is. We just bearish cross hanging man. So we got a bearish cross on the weekly and we got a hanging man on the weekly. So we got two different kind of bearish signals, not kind of bearish signals. We get two bearish signals. If you look historically back what happened pre 2014, all right, you had the bearish cross here, right? You went way down deep and then you snapped way up, right? And then it took off. This is still the pattern I'm looking for here. Nothing has changed. I'm still looking for little more downside, and then come up to the upside, right? So that's just kind of what I'm looking for. If you do take a look at come on over here, take a look at the God mode chart. The God mode broke bullish on us, so snap the 33.3. Now the trend right here is bullish. We still got a bullish, but look, the energy band way high. All right, the energy band is running out. You guys can see that the bulls are kind of running out of steam here a little bit, right? And you're coming up into the rejection area. So you're coming up into this rejection box here where the bulls get rejected and have been rejected multiple times. So you are pretty high on this energy band. Just be really watching out here. Listen, I do have a 1-to-1 long open. I'm fine with holding this thing. I do need to move the stop loss up, so I am in a profit, right? So I do still have that 1-to-1 open. Just a couple things that I'm really just keeping an eye on. You did have this bearish cross on the daily that played out, so your 200 MA is crawling way up here, 8,800 and change, 8,850, right? Your 3-day Gauss, or your weekly Gauss, which is actually kind of the most important bear bull trend of the whole marketplace, that right now is sitting at 84.59. So that baby's sitting at 84.59. It did jump up a lot. We'll go over and see if we can find that. And where is that at? One thing I did want you to take a look at is kind of we're down in this, we've got this historical area on the NVT chart where you've had support and resistance both. We're back. It did break out of this falling channel, out of this descending channel. So we did have a break out of the descending channel, but this pulled back into this resistance and support area. So we're going to have to see a breakout of that area also, okay? So you see the line right here, this green line. Look at this, just runs through, bang, 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 right? Little me, right? Bang, bang, right there. Bang, 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 bang. And we're right back to it, right? So bulls are trying to break out over this. This is a super important area that the bulls are trying to get out of. Once again, this tightening wedge here on the WATSI, so the TSI chart, bulls once again trying to break out of this bad boy. See if they can do it. I'm gonna quickly go longs to shorts. Shorts RSI way down in the oversold range. So this is a danger area. I always have this as a danger area. I'm watching the RSI here. You can see the RSI trend on the longs coming back up to test this channel right here. I still feel that, look, no one has really ever had commitment through this whole 4,000 point fall that we were going to fall that far. I mean, no one believed it, and we completely just crashed down here, and the shorts are still in disbelief. They're just, everybody believes, the market's bullish. Everybody believes that the medium or longer term trend is bullish. I also hold that opinion. I just feel we've got a little pokey poke back down before we go to the moon time. Here's the really bullish thing, all right? We got this Stoke all the way bottomed out in the weekly. I mean, the Stoke is just, man, the Stoke is way bottomed on the weekly right here. This is kind of where this can take weeks to play out. Henceforth, you go all the way back to my main chart that we're using. I say, listen, 1 to 3 weeks for a bounce. This is really trying to bounce here. That's, you know, probably the most bullish thing I see on the chart here, right? That's old. So what this did is this actually was when I called the dump here. So if you go back, you say, oh, look, this was that exactly the same pattern we picked up, and then we fell out. I mean, this was absolutely perfect. You guys know, you saw me short the shit out of that. I think it was a great trade anyway, great trade. This is really the critical thing that I wanted to point out. This is kind of going to be the last chart I'm going to show everybody. Aside from, I want to just take a look at the 12-hour Bollinger Band, right? The 12-hour Bollinger Band, man, that thing is tight. I mean, that thing is like a nun on a sabbatical. I mean, that thing is tighter than a tiger. It is, wow, the 12-hour Bollinger Bands are just have been running super, super tight. That I expect to give us some kind of a erratic move here is sometime in the near term. The daily is compressing for sure, but I really want to show everybody that really want to show everybody the 12-hour. All right, so here's the Gauss chart. Everybody I knows I love to use the Gauss chart. This is the weekly. So the weekly, we're riding this. I'm not going to say this trend is broken yet, right? But every time historically that we've broken this weekly, you know, whenever we've broken this weekly, it definitely shows that we've gone into a bear market, right? And we just haven't done that. We're holding this area, holding it very nice. You see, we tried to break out, couldn't, pulled back, finally broke out, right? And clearly super uber bullish. And here we are, we're testing this one more time to just see if this is we're gonna get a nice big bounce off this, and or we're gonna get that retracement, something similar to this, right? A little bit deeper. I mean, this kind of held, you were 1 week out of it. 1 week you lost it, and then you played nicely out of it, and then we came right back into the bear market, and then we all know how that ended up, right? But, you know, we're riding the very, very top of this H2 on the weekly Gauss, still holding this in place, and this is critical for the bulls to hold on to this area right here. They do not want to close below this, and you see what happened on the weeklies. We closed and this line moved up, so now the bulls just had that much harder to work. They need to close out at this next weekly candle above 84.59, and actually it's not even going to be that, because then it's going to move higher again, and it's going to be like up to 8,600, where it's going to have to close out over like 8,600 next week. So we're going to have to be looking for something much, much, much higher, right? The good news is the whole market trend is moving up, so that places lots and lots and lots of beautiful support below us. So, you know, it's hard to be bearish here when you've got such stacked support below us on all of these, pretty much all these time frames, right? We're fighting over the 3-day right now. We're battling it out over 8,203. So 8,203, we're just battling it out right here. You see the 3-day came down, the 3-day Gauss, right? Check this out. Look at the 3-day Gauss. Bounce, 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 right? I mean, we're below it for 1 week. Tested it, you know, and then broke right back through it, came down. We're below it for 3 days, and then now we're back up testing it. We haven't closed this out at all. And there's something else I want to show everybody, but I'm going to show you guys on the monthly chart, okay? So there's that, like just testing this bad boy on the 3-day. Can't break through on the 3-day on the downside. Same thing on the daily. Look at the daily, holding this Gauss line, holding, bounce, bounce off it over and over and over again. So the bulls are really trying to hold this top side right there, 83.97. Let me go. Oh, this is the 12-hour. See, this is what I wanted to show you guys. Look at this, super tight, right? Look at that super, super tight cavity right there. So that super tight cavity is totally holding on this, and this is where you're expecting to get either I'm looking for a pretty dramatic move here, and I think we're going to get it. You know, there's that weekly, once again, the weekly on the with the Bollinger Band showing you here on the weekly. Look at that very bearish hanging man candle there. You do have the weekly cross also on the bear cross. You see, listen, the bulls are safe as long as they can hold 8100, right? It just shows all your crosses. There's that weekly bear cross. There was that 3-day bear cross that happened a couple candles ago. And I do want to get out to something that's really crazy. Let me find this chart here. Right, a lot of bull crosses. Look at this, bull cross, bull cross, bull cross. The candle set up on the 4-hour just says short the living bejesus out of me, right? That's what the 4-hour says, but you're also stacked with a lot of crosses. I couldn't be entering a position here either way. If you're not into a position right here, I would not be getting into a position, because look, you got bearish candles stacked with bullish crosses. Really confusing spot to really be trading in right here. We did get a bear gap that opened up on the daily, so we got a futures bear gap that just opened down at 81.25. No big deal. I mean, seriously, that thing could get filled and it could get wicked in and out. Not even worried about it, right? Where is that chart? I still see this as a big head and shoulders. I showed this play out a while ago. The bulls really need to ramp this up to, once again, just to kind of break out of this. Here is Phoenix's weekly chart, right? I want you guys to take a look at this weekly chart right here on Phoenix, okay? I want you to look at the volume. Look at the volume that's playing out over here on Phoenix. Now, this is not a Bitstamp chart. This is a Phoenix chart, but I can pull up there's a Binance chart right there. I can do the same thing. I can pull up a monthly. Let me pull, what the hell is it? There it is, 1 month. Right. Now, Binance has a lot more, Binance definitely has a lot of alts being traded on it, so there's a lot of BTC getting thrown around as people are moving in and out of alts, so it's a little bit different. But let's pop this bad boy here. What the hell? It's weird. All right, where's my volume? Volume. All right. So just wanted to take a look at the monthly. Oh, sorry, I'm at the weekly. Damn it, weekly. There we go. Weekly volumes. I wanted to take a look at the weekly volume on Bitstamp. Kind of erratic. Not bad though, not horrific, right? I'm not going to say that's bad. It's not totally bad, right? It's not horrible. All right, let's take a look at Binance. A lot of alt volume. This is just a lot of alt volume. Look at how much volume you see on Binance. It's just people moving in and out of alts. You know, I really don't like to use Binance. I really prefer to use Bitstamp. Is a better judge of where we are on the, especially in the volume. But man, Bitfinex just got no volume. I mean, the volume is completely shit the bed. Which is really, really weird. You know, since most of the big buys are coming in and out, the big buys and the big sells are coming in and out of Binance. It's really wild to see that kind of pattern playing out. Very unorthodox. All right, so just to round out my chart here, what I'm saying, the charts are telling me weekly bear cross, load shorts. The absolute best entry I think we can get on a fake out right here is 88.50, 87.50, 88.50. On some kind of a big fake out, I will be just looking to short the living bejesus out of that. We do have a bearish weekly hanging man. Short term, we have a lot of bull crosses though on low time frames. Still going to leave this up here. I still think there's a strong weekly bounce coming simply because of the stoke that's on the bottom. And the bottom end of the stoke, this thing can just ride along right here. I did put all the resistances and supports that I see. And really, here, we've got 7,800. It's got a whole bunch of support in it, and 7,100 below that, right? So there's not a lot of, like, it's 8,100. You lose 8,100, and the shit's going to 7,800, right? Right back to 7,800. And it's just that simple. There's a bunch of support still stacked down at 7,800 in that range. So there's no reason we can't just drop straight right out here and just do something like that. So really here, I'm just going to move a couple arrows around because this played out, right? The upper side played out. But I mean, I honestly just think that if we were to do something either it's going to be here or here or here, right? I just think that we could get some kind of up and then look to come right back down in our support areas. And I'm going to mark that in there. We still have a little baby support area. I'm going to get rid of that ugly ass yellow line around that. For some reason, I don't know why we have that yellow line. Right, and then I'm going to do one more all the way down here. Save me. Okay. Okay, I'm going to pull that out. Pull that out. Okay, so there we go. All right, that's just kind of what I think. I think that you know, on the low time frames, we have a lot of bullish little crosses down there, really trying to put us up and over, trying to go up and hit those upper resistance levels. But any breakout until the bulls really break out over that 85.50 range. I'm sorry, 88.50 range. I just think it's just whatever, right? That's all it is. It's just going to be like a, yeah, fake out. That's nice, but I think it's just going to come right back down, okay? The scary part right here is that people are just getting chopped up like a buzzsaw right here, right? The super scary part is everybody's just getting ripped apart like a buzzsaw with these bounce down and bounce up and bounce down and bounce up and bounce down. I swear, you know what this makes me feel like? It almost makes me feel like I'm scrolling through crypto Twitter, right? And I'm scrolling through crypto Twitter, and it's like one day everybody's bullish, and the next day they're bearish, and the next day they're bullish, and the next day they're bearish, and the next day they're bullish, and the next day they're bearish. It's like, Jesus, people, make up your damn minds, okay? I don't even think they know what they are today. They have to go back and look at their charts. Am I a bull today or am I a bear? So, it's just the weekly right now. Okay, the weekly is what does not make me comfortable. I want to see a lot more positive gains out of this weekly. I want to see some real heavy shit happen. Okay, I just think we're going down. I think we're going to go back down. I think that that's all we need. You know, I just think we're in a very weak place. We have some really bearish signs right here. And I'm going to write it right here for everybody, right? Summary. So, summary. Bear ass low time frame candles. I can see this dumping to the local support, which is that 8100. Right, ish range. 8100 is the must hold range for the bulls. Right, it's just that simple. They got to hold the 8100 range right here. I just see a short time frame us dumping right down to there. Right, right, and then weekly higher time frame. Right, bear cross on weekly. And hanging man on weekly, all bad. Okay. So listen, you just got to read the charts, and the charts will tell you what the hell to do, right? Let me stack this. I'll save this. Okay. All right. That's it. I am Dunskies. All right. I'm the Vamp. We're from Flux Trading. I want to say thank you all so much. I am out.